Hey, good morning. I know. 3 within a week and a half. Craziness. I apologize if this is sideways. I can't see it, and I'm not going to look at it. And I also apologize for the up my nose view, but I really want to be faithful, get these out, and I'm actually studying some Messianic Jewish spirituality for my master's, and I start class in a few weeks, and I really want to get this finished before I get to that. If you have questions about that, feel free to message me, but I just wanted to get started on these. Also, about the angle, I'm sorry, especially to my 2 eldest children. I know, but at least I'm not doing this thing, the mom angle that apparently is not cool anymore, just in case you know. But for you young pups, we need all the help we can get. We need angles, we need lighting. But alas, this is what I've got today, so this is what you get. Oh, also, note to people, maybe 30s to 40s, apparently side parts, my older children have not told me this, but apparently side parts are not cool. So if you are worried about being relevant and cool, apparently boys, side part probably, yeah, I don't know. But girls, no side part. I am obviously bouncing along the ranch, so that's why I'm still looking at the camera a little bit, and the cattle guards are a little bit rough on keeping the phone on the thingamajig, so I apologize if they go flinging off. No problem for your coolness, age-appropriate Facebook camera thing, whatever, public service announcement. Now, I really want to get to what I am talking about today, and that is discipleship. This has been one of the biggest influences, biggest impacts of my life in the last 15 years. Oh, crooked. All right, on the oh, hey, just kidding. All right, this goes on the outtake reel in heaven also. I've already just got it videoed for you, so you get a preview. All right, so discipleship. This is what made all the difference for me. I have been born again sincerely since I was 7 years old, but it wasn't until I was probably in my 30s that I met Brandy Helton, who is our apostle, lead pastor, my bestie, all of those things, who knew how to make a disciple. Now listen, I had been in church. I often joke and say that I was born in the nursery between special music specials, okay? I was in church all my life in the denomination in which I grew up, very faithful to knowing the word in evangelism. But for me, I didn't know what to do with somebody once I got them, right? I would see them born again, but I personally only knew to put them in a Bible study or invite them to church, which are both excellent things. You have to study the word. You need to know the word. But I didn't realize there was a difference between that and discipleship. To make a disciple is to give them everything you've been given, to teach them, to spiritually parent them. And yes, it is possible to spiritually parent someone older than you. That's happened to me several times. And you've got to honor their days on the planet and their wisdom for certain, because they do know more than you. That's just a fact that comes with age. I have come to appreciate that, and I appreciate it more and more all the time. I'm all about that. But someone can be born again, be mature in age, but a baby in the spirit. You can disciple your age mates, people your age, and you can disciple those younger than you. There's really not a limit on it, all right? Most of the people that Jesus addressed in the crowd were probably his age or older. The Pharisees, definitely, those who came to him, were at least his age or older. But that's not my main point. My main point is knowing how to make a disciple, and that is to teach them intentionally the things that you have been given. It is like parenting. There are lots of books on how to parent, and they are excellent, and you can glean from those. But our best example is Jesus. So what did he do? He prayed. He prayed and sought God and said, Father, who do you want me to have? Went out, looked for them, and they came to him. Now, most people aren't going to be fishing and we say, come follow me. But you can tell when somebody's hungry and they ask you questions and they want more of what you've got. That's a hungry disciple. This isn't a pride thing. This isn't, because if you've parented or if you've seen other people parenting, you know it's an ordeal. And you don't always know exactly what to do. And you have to pray and say, God, what do I do in this situation? And then he speaks to you or brings someone alongside you to say, hey, this is what you do in this situation. But we pray, hopefully, for our children. Say, what do they need? What are they made for? And that is what we do when God brings someone into our path. What do they need, Jesus? We know they need to be born again. We know they need to understand the basics of the faith, which are written in Hebrews 5. Also, every one of these videos is discussing the basics of our faith. They need to be water baptized. They need to understand that sin, willful sin, is not an option anymore. They need deliverance and healing from the powers of darkness. They're brought into the kingdom of light by our marvelous Jesus, and he is working to sanctify them, to heal them just as he is us, to make us more like him. But we take them with us places. They run errands with us. We intentionally meet with people who are hungry. And it's not a control thing. Like I said, it's okay, yes, I take the responsibility of giving you as much as you want of what I have. And it may not take them very long to catch up to what you know and surpass you. Terrific. Ask God to bring somebody else along that you can give what you've got to more. And you don't have to be an incredibly mature believer to do this. This was given to a command to all believers. So don't try to get out of it and say, well, I was just born again. Baloney. Fine, great. Tell them that. Give your testimony. Give your story. All right? And there, like I said, there are lots of methods for discipleship. Ultimately, it's Holy Spirit, what do they need? What can I give to them? What do you want them to know that I have or that we can learn together? And you teach them what you've been given. For those of us who've been doing this a while and are supposed to be mature, it is all encompassing. It's like, hey, how are your finances? Are they in line with the kingdom of heaven? Hey, how's your family life? Hey, how are you treating your husband? How are you treating your wife? How are you treating your children? Are you full of integrity at work? Hey, are you making disciples? Are you asking God to bring you the hungry? It's things like that. And yes, it does involve getting in the Word with them. That's our foundation. That's our basis. But it also means more than friendship. And there was a season in my life where it seemed like I lost, well, it didn't seem like, it really was the occasion that I parted ways with a lot of friends because I had a decision to make whether I was going to follow God or follow man. And he moved my heart, but he also taught me a really important lesson. He said, I didn't call you to make friends. I called you to make disciples. It's like, whoa, man, that's kind of hardcore, Jesus. But that's the truth. And out of that, the Lord has brought friends into my life that are shoulder to shoulder with me, that are at the same yoke, the same maturity level. But he's also brought along people that had so much to pour into my life as friends. And he's also brought younger friends into my life. I am not lacking in true godly friends because we're knitted together in Jesus. And it doesn't mean all my relationships are with Christians or all about Jesus and that's all we talk about. Now, yes, it is my favorite thing to talk about, and that is often the case. But don't box it in that you have to talk about. I mean, the Spirit he's in every part of our lives, so he's going to be in my conversations because he's there with me. But it's not a program, and it's not like, okay, we're going to read this and we will discuss these questions and then we leave. It's like, hey, what's the Lord saying to you? What's going on in your life? How can I help you? And you will learn from the people you walk with as well. So I hope this is opening your heart to more than, okay, I need to plug them into a Bible study. Or if you're doing a Bible study with someone, that's great. I'm not knocking that at all. But there's more to it than what might happen in a typical Western church setting. It's choosing to invest your life in someone else to the degree they want it. I put it this way all the time, and those of you who know me and maybe that I've had some interaction with will laugh because I say this, and I learned it from Brandy and I learned it from Jesus, and it's the truth. I just lay out a banquet of the food I have, and you can eat as much as you want. If somebody's really hungry and they chase me down and text me and are involved and proactive, man, I will meet that need to the best of my ability. But if there's someone who just wanted a little bit for the day, then I'm happy to share that with them too. And then there are people who you walk with for a long time, and they end up being, those ordained relationships that you have, that they are yoked, y'all are knit. It's a covenant relationship. It grows into something so deep. It's just, you're not limited in what you have to give or the degree of relationship. Yes, there are boundaries, and God will line those out for you, and other people can help you with that. But I want to encourage you that if you don't know what the call on your life is with Jesus, you know it's to make disciples. He made it very clear. It is unquestionable. Yes, we love our neighbors. Yes, we love God. And out of that comes making disciples, because it was not a suggestion. It was a command. But he's not going to command you to do something that he's not going to equip you to do. If you don't know what to do, private message me. I can help you out. If you want to be discipled and there's nobody there to do it for you, ask God, first of all, Lord, bring somebody into my life that can help me, that can grow me up, and then get in touch with them, or pray for God to get them in touch with you. Now, that's a little bit passive, and it might be a cop-out for some of you, so I would lean towards saying, hey, be active. Find somebody that you realize, hey, they got it going on and I need what they have, and go up to them and say, hey, could we spend some time together? Could you teach me? Could you disciple me? Could you show me what you know about this particular thing? It can be in your office area. Like I've pointed out a million times, nobody thinks anything about job shadowing or mentorship or groups for accountability in your office and a chain of command and those kind of things there. Well, God's a God of order. He's got it for us above all. And like I said, there may be someone you lead to Jesus at a gas pump that you are not able to walk with them the rest of the way. That's fine too. But always ask God, bring somebody in. And something that I'm really trying to be intentional about right now is making time to do it. It is costly. It will show you your weaknesses. It will show you everything that you don't know about yourself. But it's worth it, because you will be abundantly blessed. And in Mathew 5, Jesus gives us the Beatitudes, and he also says, if you obey these, you're wise and you're blessed. But also, if you teach them, I will reward you. So there is also an explicit reward to the obedience of making disciples. So I hope that has moved you. I am enjoying being back on here with you guys. Thank you for all the shares. That's really great. And oh, hi. Hey, Chelsea, I didn't see you there. Hi, and probably with another little person or two in the vehicle. Hi. Good to see you. All right, so release this, Revy. Love you all. Bye.